Rupert Murdoch in his evidence session said quite clearly that the responsibility for the closure of News of the World lay fairly and squarely with senior management of that paper, which I assume would include you. Is that the case?
I think I may have missed that part of the evidence, but I think Mr. Murdoch said it exactly how it was, that it was a collective decision. We all talked together. Mr. Murdoch was abroad at the time at a conference, so we all talked together, and it was.
Is that Mr. Murdoch Senior?
Oh, sorry, yes, Mr. Murdoch, Rupert Murdoch, yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, sorry.
No. Just to follow up from that, when you were advising your staff that if the paper was closing during the private session, I think you said something like there was more to come. Would you like to expand on what you meant by that?
It's what I said when I went down to the newsroom to explain the decision. Clearly and quite rightly, the journalists on the News of the World, who very honourable journalists who've been putting out a newspaper under this scrutiny for a long time and with great exclusives and great pride in their newspaper, were very sad and baffled by management's decision to close the paper. What I was saying to them is that right now you may not be able to, right in this moment, understand why we've done it, but as the months, and I think I said in a year's time, I think you will come to a realisation that we actually did the right thing. Once you have broken the trust with the readers, there's not much going back, and unfortunately the News of the World used to lead the headlines for the right reasons, for its the cricket scandal recently, but for the last few months, and probably actually for the last few years, it has been leading the headlines for the wrong reasons. And once that trust was broken, we felt that was the right decision. Of course, it wasn't the right decision for the hundreds of journalists who worked on there, who had done nothing wrong, were in no way responsible, many of whom were at the News of the World, many of these have spent years at the News of the World, but are not culpable for anything. And we have endeavoured to find a job for every single one of them who will be offered a job.